You're watching Rogers TV.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Welcome to We All Belong, Our Neighbors, Our Community. My name's Carol Merton. The participants in this series are sharing their stories to increase awareness and understanding of those who form part of our community. Their experiences, culture, traditions, and reflections weave a pattern of diversity in our neighborhoods, in our businesses, and our educational systems. This program arose out of a desire to put a human face on those who experience the challenges and share the successes of everyday living in a new community. By listening to their stories and seeing the community, our community and neighborhoods through their eyes, it is our hope that we can appreciate what we have and share in common. One by one, each by each, we can demonstrate that by being inclusive, we are part of the journey of shared learning and by building community together. Today, I am delighted to welcome Olga to the program, and we get a chance to talk and work through the questions, but I'm really interested in hearing more about your story. Thank you for joining me today.
With pleasure. You're welcome.
Thank you. So, tell me a little bit about yourself and your family, and what would you like our community to know about you?
Okay, my name is Olga.
Yeah.
I'm from Ukraine. My family international. My husband, he's Canadian.
Okay.
Yes, and I have son. I'm here 2.5 years in Canada. I live. I fled the war. We married with my husband before this event, and we plan to live in Ukraine actually.
Oh.
Yes, and but when the war started, we decided that it will be more safe for me and for my son to move here. So after 2 weeks after war, I came here. I used to be flight attendant.
Oh, really?
I work in aviation for 23 years.
Wow.
I travel all over the world. Actually, how I met my husband in Toronto. My son, he's 17 years old, young boy. He go to school. Owen Sound District Secondary School, and he works at the same time in a computer company, Infinity.
Wow.
Yes, he's very good with computer, and he also works as a lifeguard.
Busy.
He's yes, busy, and I think it's good for young people to keep busy, nothing bad in head. So you have no time for something. Yes, when you are busy, it's very good. By the way, if compare Ukraine and Canada, we don't have such an opportunity for young for children to try themselves to work, to understand in which sphere they want to work, and understand the meaning of money and everything. Like it's very useful for people, I think. So I'm very happy that we are here, we are safe, we are alive, and I think we are useful in Canada, like for Canada as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this was not your plan originally.
No.
Your plan.
Yes, there is a proverb: if you want to make God laugh, tell him about your plans. So I don't plan in my life. I try not to plan. No, it just like we can think something, but I'm not sure if it'll be like that. So I'm not like frustrated or stressful. I'm just thanks God for everything what I have in my life, and I am happy every time. Try to be happy right now with this moment, and I'm happy that I'm here with you.
Excellent.
Nice talk. So
Excellent, excellent. And you know, with others that I've interviewed, we take so much for granted, but you've used the word safe. And
sure.
I've heard that word before, and that you're alive. And you know, we celebrate that. We're fortunate you're here, but obviously it's a whole different world for you, a whole different life.
Actually, from one hand, yes. From another, I travel all over the world. I like yes, something different, something not. But I like to challenges in my life. I like to achieve goals, to put some target in front of me. This is all my life, and I think it changed not so much in my life. And you know what was like eye open in your country, in Canada. It's my country, I can say.
Yes.
The most what I like in Canada is, of course, Canadians. I haven't met so nice, open, friendly, supportive, sincerely people like in Canada. I'm honest. I always tell the truth. Yes. And
so you've traveled all over.
Yes, a lot.
And you've noticed this about Canadians.
Exactly.
Good for us.
Yes, exactly. Yes, I'm so happy to be here. And you know, I remember when I had a first flight to Toronto.
Yes.
It was many years ago. I don't know, maybe 10 years.
Yeah.
I didn't have any plans to live here. I didn't know my future husband. So and it was very short flight that I even decided just to stay in hotel and even didn't go. I didn't get over. Like I'm just because I thought that next time sometimes we stay like we used to stay 1 day, sometimes 3 days, sometimes like 5 more. No, it depends which so everything different. But when I was in the plane, it was like during takeoff, and I felt such a feelings like I left my motherland. It was so interesting, and I noticed this and surprised myself. And what is this like? Yes, I even didn't know this country. Like I planned to know better, but I didn't have enough time to do it. But
interesting.
Yes, it was. And now I'm here, live, and I don't know. No, like I'm happy that I'm here. So
Interesting.
I am grateful to God that.
Excellent.
Yes. So.
Anything surprise you about the area? You've explained you travel a lot. Anything different that surprised you weren't expecting?
What I said, I surprised them with Canadians. This surprised me very much, and I'm very happy about it. So I met so nice, all people whom I met on my way, so nice, so I'm very happy about this, and this is, it helps in adaptation, because not everything is the same, something different, but this is people help to feel comfortable, like at home. It's very important, and this is in safety and everything. Together.
That's important. For sure. You're going to wonder, but a lot of my questions have to do with food. It's lunchtime. I'm getting hungry. So your first trip to the local grocery store, were you able to find things that you were familiar with, or did you have any items that I wish they carried this? Tell me about that.
I said I am very easygoing person. I don't care. Like for me, in food, I can feel comfortable in any country, and their food so I'm good. I don't have something preferences. But I noticed in some grocery stores there is Ukrainian food. So even in Chatsworth there is European store. And they have a lot of even from Kiev, like Kiev cakes, famous Kiev cakes, but I'm okay. everything, I'm happy and I enjoy everything what we have, and for me doesn't matter like too much. I can prepare Ukrainian meal dumplings. Yes, and sometimes or some guests come to us, or we, for example, invited to some party and we have to carry the food, so I can do it with pleasure.
And actually, that's one of the questions down the list.
Yes.
So, is there a favorite food that you prepare that you would encourage your neighbors to try?
Yes, what I said, dumplings. Yes,
yeah,
dumplings with potatoes. Yes,
for sure.
Yes,
yeah. Now, you mentioned Kiev cake.
Yes.
Now, I have seen that in the grocery store, but I haven't purchased it yet. Now you've mentioned it, I'm going to try it.
You know what's so interesting about this is Kiev cake? Nobody knows the recipe exactly. It's like a big secret for that factory, and some another maybe factories try to do it, but nobody exactly can prepare it in a. This is recipe, I think, not even 100 years, like more.
Oh.
Yes, it was famous factory in Kiev.
Yes.
Now it's changed a few times the name, but this is cake very famous.
I must try it.
And I remember by the way when I work in a company, a lot of passengers carried like for present, maybe some Ukrainian, maybe some foreigners, like a lot of some of them even three. Why I know? Because very often they came to me and asked to put in the fridge. For example, keep like 2 hours. 2 hours it's okay for cake, I think. But when 10 hours, so I try to help people to keep this is cake fresh. So a lot. This is almost, I can tell you, every flight people get like a souvenir, like a gift. This is Kiev cake. Yes, famous.
That's a traveling cake. I must try that for sure.
Yes.
The weather and the seasons from Ukraine. Any differences? I don't know much about the weather in Ukraine.
You know, we have mild climate, and some people scared me by Canadian winter.
Oh, yes.
I prepared for this. By the way, I didn't mention I work in a Mark's warehouse store. Yes, and we have excellent choice clothes and shoes. So I prepared for myself, my son, even my husband, my son and his relatives. Like, I'm a very generous person, so yes, I like to give presents. I prefer better than to take them. So I prepared. I was waiting. This is 2 winters. But you have not so cold weather. Maybe some people said that we had before. Maybe so. But I am prepared. And actually, if compare Ukrainian winter and Canadian winter, they are almost the same. But if you have rain or snow, you have like a little more. Not like we have maybe 1-2 hours. But when you have, sometimes it was difficult to drive home. I remember like visibility was not so, but I like this. I like everything. I enjoy like a child. You know, especially your nature, so beautiful. We also have, but you know, you have more untouchable nature, like so beautiful. I enjoy this. I also had my house in Ukraine, like in the suburb where I live now. In the similar place, I prefer not hustle bustle like big city. I could be there like for a while, but I prefer to relax like at home on the nature. Yes.
So the natural beauty, the parks, all that.
Yes,
appeals
exactly.
To you.
I so like them. No, like and I wish to travel more. But even where I live, during my way to work, I'm just to Toronto. I'm just look and I adore this nature. So,
and I've certainly had others say they've never seen so much green, like in one place. But in some places, they don't get a lot of green. They trees, and so the natural beauty appeals to people, and obviously it appeals to you for sure,
exactly.
which is good. So, your culture and traditions. How do you continue with those And what do you celebrate that you'd like to share with us?
I'm a religion person. I'm Orthodox. My husband, my loved husband, I love him very much. Todd Bryans, by the way, he's guidance
He's going to have to
counselor.
watch this program.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and he converted Orthodox before our marriage in the church.
Yeah.
We married in a so beautiful, picturesque place in Kiev. It's a Lavra. It's a complex of different churches,
Okay.
and they are some of them from 10th century, even like very old.
Yeah.
Yes, and we continue our tradition, our celebration, our holidays, everything. So it's a little similar. We are not, here is in Canada a lot of people Catholic, Lutheran. It's
Yeah.
not. I like. It's multicultural country. Yes, I like this. But my husband family, it's almost similar. We pray before meal, before dinner, before
Yeah.
breakfast.
Yeah.
We go to church. In Toronto.
Yeah.
It's not so close,
Yeah.
but we try to visit church as often if possible. Usually I went to church every Sunday and every
Yeah.
Saturday in Ukraine. Here is not every Sunday, but we try.
Yeah.
Yes, and keep our tradition. This is all celebration with connected with church, like Christmas, Easter, Saint Trinity.
Yeah.
This is very important. The day of angel, my husband, my son.
So the Orthodox calendar is slightly different.
Almost 2 weeks.
Yes. So you celebrate the Orthodox Christmas a little bit later, but not much later.
Yes, I celebrate both Christmas.
Oh,
yes.
oh,
Yes.
that's good.
Yes. But usually we have religion fast, and I avoid from special meal. Like I don't eat, and I prepare for Orthodox Christmas more. How to say seriously, and yes, but I respect your tradition.
Yeah.
And yes, and I'm happy to celebrate with nice people.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it sounds as if it's important for your family to also continue with the traditions.
Of course, yes, it's very
and
important.
that you're able to do that, to be able to continue to have that as
Of
part
course,
of your
of
life.
course, yes.
Yeah, which is
Yes, for me it's very important. In my family, my grandfather, he even was killed for religion. In communistic time, he was asked to refuse from God, and he of course refused to refuse from God, and he was just killed for. So I'm very strong in my religion, and I'm thanks God for everything, like I told before, and that I'm here. It's like God's will, and I'm just happy and
happy to be here.
Be here. Yes, that I'm safe and just to be here. So everything in everything I see, I don't believe in a coincidence.
Yeah.
Everything what happens for better and happen for reasons. So if God bring me here, so I need to be here, and I have to be useful here.
Yeah.
Not just I have to take something from Canada. I want to show my feedback, to give back.
Yes.
Yes.
That's why you're here.
Yes.
To share your experience
Yeah.
with others. So we get
Yes,
to learn
exactly, yes.
and we get to share. And that's a gift. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So 3 wishes that you might have about how we all can belong together as neighbors in a community. So you've explained about how you changed and adapted, but what else could be done? What would your 3 wishes be that would make it even better? How can we be welcoming community?
In Canada, you mean, yes? Or in general wishes? Or
Well, whatever you'd like to answer. You answer it the way you feel comfortable.
Okay. You know what I want the more? I want that everybody will be happy and live in peace, without fighting, struggling, wars and everything. You know, life's so short, and why people to waste time for all of this is negative things. So I wish in Canada and in my country, in Ukraine, and all over the world that just people enjoy life and enjoy life the rest people. And if somebody need help, give a hand. No, yes, it's good. Today you give hand, tomorrow somebody gives. Yes.
Pay it forward.
Yes, yes,
Pay
sure.
it forward.
Yes,
right?
I'm
Help
just
somebody else.
yes, like for me, like I see this as a world like that.
Yeah.
And what I notice in Canada, I like that different nationalities, cultures, they live. It's like what is my dream. They live in peace and happy, enjoy life, and I like this and I appreciate because I saw that not everywhere like that.
Right.
So for me, it's like yes, I want that all over the world people enjoy life and have family. Like you know what people need. Be happy, have family, grow up children. Like we don't need too much. Yes,
and it's something we all share together. Being able to raise our families in a community that's safe. Now, just before the program started, we had seen each other with welcoming communities.
Yes,
Do you want to talk a little bit about welcoming communities and what helped you and how have you been also, I'm sure, helped others to feel settled in our community?
I'm, like I told you, I was asked to be a board member of Welcoming Community Neighbours.
So you're now on the board?
Yes, I am on the board, yes. And I used to be, by the way, in the similar community in Ukraine.
Okay.
I always, where I can, I try to help people.
Yeah.
And I, by the way, I continue. Yes. I have some families in Ukraine, and yes, and what I can, I try to do. And in Canada, so you have so nice, welcoming community Neighbours. And this is organization non-profit, and this organization help people in different ways.
Yeah.
To feel safety, and I appreciate this is that in Canada there is such organization which help people in different way.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be a part of this. I'm just start to be a member of this community, but I am very excited what they are doing and how nice people, enthusiastic people. Like I told you, I like Canadians, and including this is organization, these people, and this is like unique people. So I no words like yes.
Yeah. So a newcomer who might be not sure.
Yes, I
nervous. Yeah. You would encourage them to connect with organizations like Welcoming Communities.
Exactly, and you have not just this organization, you have YMC Center. This is also some members of this organization. They works in YMC Center. They help me a lot of. Sanit, she's like my angel. When I came to YMC Center, she treated me like, I don't know, like a queen. And I was, I felt, I didn't know a lot of about Canada, and I didn't know from what I have to start. I used to work, I used from 17 years, and I need to find some job and everything. So YMC Center, they helped me a lot of, and I know that if I need some help, I can call and ask, and they give me advice. So in Canada,
so it never stops.
Yes,
it continues to help.
Yes, and I now I'm okay, but when I need something, I know where I have to go, where I have to call, and this is people always happy to help everybody, newcomers, and this is so great that you have in Canada such organization which help people to adapt.
Yes.
In Canada, it's so great. And I remember they talking about how they help, what they did already. Like this is Welcoming Communities Neighbours, yes. And what maybe they have to do. I said, and I said, from outside, I see what you did already. It's so great. And they talking that maybe not enough, maybe more. I said, I don't know, but from my side, you're really so helpful in many ways. So yes.
And you mentioned adapt, because you made obviously a lot of changes and at the very beginning, but it doesn't stop after 1 year or 2 years.
Yeah, sure.
It's continuing. Your son, did your son require any of that assistance, or was your son able to kind of get supports through school system to make any changes?
Oh yes, by the way, it's a very interesting story about my son, how people from YMCA Center help him, and now what he has now. A very nice organization, Jumpstart.
Okay. Yes.
By the way, we also in Mark's warehouse store we asked for donation. Yes, and we collect some money for people who need it, for children, for going for sports. So they asked him in help and paid for him his training in Y Center, and he became a lifeguard.
Wow. Yeah, you mentioned that was one of the jobs.
Yes, and after when he had co-op, he also was in YMCA Center, like he works with computer.
Wow.
And the company Infinity knew about him because it's just one child who can do this job from school. Usually people do it after college.
Yeah. And he could do it already.
Yes, he is doing already, and they invited him to that company, and he works whole summer, and he is going to continue. So it's like YMCA Center help him, and like it's that, and he shows his ability, he showed his hard work and everything. Of course, we have not, we shouldn't wait that people can do something instead of you. They give you help, but you have to do yourself. Yes, and so how you can be useful for the community, for Canada, and develop himself.
And that's a really key point. You mentioned being able to give to the community and be of value to the community, and use the skills for the community. And I think that's so amazing. So the supports were there for you and your son, but now they're creating a future.
Yes, exactly. I'm so happy for this.
Yes.
It's a so great opportunity. We even didn't wish, and this is company also they noticed that he's very hardworking and skilled boy. And even they said that they're going to pay his education.
My goodness.
Because he showed his everything what he can do, like they surprised that in this age he can do that, and he learned himself. He went through many courses, so he also me and computer it's an different. I'm not so good. Like
it's a different thing.
Yes, the different generations, and yes, but he's very good. Everything, and he's a very helpful boy. When I ask him, or my husband asks, he helped all time with patience.
So the opportunities are there. I have to thank you. I can't believe our time is up. We've had a wonderful conversation.
Yes, thank you very much.
I want to thank you for sharing and for joining me today. I hope to see you again, and I'm going to try that cake.
Yes, and I want to thank all people in Canada for support. It's very important when you just a newcomer and you don't know anything, and your English not like you know everything, and you feel this is support. This is sincere support. It's so important. Yes, I'm so happy that I'm here. That God bring me to this beautiful country, and I always said, people, Canadians, you live in blessed country. You're blessed. So, and I'm happy to be also part of this country.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And I couldn't close in a better way than what you just said. So thank you. And thank you for joining us today for the series We All Belong, Our Neighbors, Our Community. Take care.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
sports fans know Sundays are for football. That's why you need NFL Sunday Ticket. With NFL Sunday Ticket, Rogers customers get every live game, every Sunday afternoon, all season long. Follow your favorite teams and players live in HD. Order NFL Sunday Ticket and get up to 200 regular season games. Rogers Ignite TV customers say NFL into your voice remote.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local